Hello, you're watching the Prime Time on Hornbilltv. Let's have a look at the news headlines. At least 11 people, including 5 women and 4 children, were killed and 22 others were injured in Pakistan after terrorists rammed 2 explosive-laden vehicles into the perimeter of Bannu cantonment in an attempt to enter the high-security zone on Tuesday evening. US President Donald Trump said that he has received a letter from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Tuesday, where he expressed Ukraine's readiness to come to a negotiating table to bring lasting peace closer. Three CRPF jawans, including one assistant commandant, were injured in an improvised explosive device blast in Chaibasa on Wednesday. A massive avalanche struck the Sarbal area of Sonmarg in Jammu and Kashmir's Ganderbal district on Wednesday. There were no loss of life or injuries reported. Let's have a look at the news in detail. Assam's Border Protection and Development Minister Atul Bora on March 5 informed the Assembly that approximately 83,000 hectares of state's land has been encroached upon by 4 neighboring states, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya and Mizoram. Responding to a question by Congress MLA Rakibuddin Ahmed, Bora said 82,751.86 hectares of land across 18 districts have been encroached upon by Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Meghalaya and Mizoram. The highest area of 59,490.21 hectares is in the possession of Nagaland. Meghalaya has encroached upon 3,441.86 hectares of land, the least among the 4 states, he said. Arunachal Pradesh has encroached upon 16,144.01 hectares of land, while 3,675.78 hectares is in the possession of Mizoram. Among the affected districts of Assam are Sonitpur, Biswanath, Lakhimpur, Dhemaji, Tinsukia, Dibrugarh, Charaideo and Jorhat. US President Donald Trump said that he has received a letter from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Tuesday, where he expressed Ukraine's readiness to come to a negotiating table to bring lasting peace closer. Trump said that Zelensky also expressed Ukraine's willingness to sign the agreement on minerals and security. Addressing a joint session on Congress on Tuesday, local time, Trump said that he appreciated the letter he received from Zelensky. He stated that his administration had serious discussions with Russia and they have strong signals that Moscow is ready for peace. Zelensky's letter to Trump comes after his verbal clash with US President and Vice President J.D. Vance at the White House on Friday. This shouting match between the leaders was witnessed by White House officials, media persons and other Ukrainian officials. Trump stated that he is making efforts to end the conflict in Ukraine and said that 2,000 people are being killed each week during the ongoing war between Moscow and Kyiv. He stated that the US has sent billions of dollars to support Ukraine's defense with no security. He said the Biden administration has spent more money in the Ukraine fight than Europe has spent.
I received an important letter from President Zelensky of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time that is convenient for you. I appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously, we've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful? It's time to stop this madness. It's time to halt the killing. It's time to end this senseless war. If you want to end wars, you have to talk to both sides.
3 CRPF Jawans, including one assistant commandant, were injured in an improvised explosive device IED blast in Chaibasa on Wednesday. Speaking to media persons, SP Chaibasa informed that 3 CRPF Jawans injured in an IED blast in Chaibasa are being airlifted to Ranchi for medical treatment. More details are being awaited. During an anti-Naxal operation, the incident took place when a search was being conducted in the early morning. DIG Manoj Ratan Chote reported that the incident took place at Baliwa in Saranda Forests under Manoharpur police station limits when personnel of CRPF 197 battalion went there for a search operation.
हुए हमारे एक रेडियो ऑपरेटर को पैर पे ज्यादा चोट है, उस पे हमारे को डॉक्टर साहब ने बताया कि कुछ सर्जरी अभी करेंगे और सर्जरी के बाद स्टेबलाइज करेंगे. यदि ठीक हो जाता है तो वेरी गुड, और अगर जरूरत पड़ेगी तो हम लोग इनको तुरंत बाई एयर एम्बुलेंस हम लोग दिल्ली भी भेज सकते हैं. तो अभी हम वेट कर रहे हैं. अभी इनका सीटी स्कैन वगैरह हो रहा है. जो ज्यादा इंजर्ड है उसका सीटी स्कैन हो रहा है. सीटी स्कैन की रिपोर्ट आ जाती है, एक्सरे की रिपोर्ट आ जाती है. उसके बाद डॉक्टर लोग जैसा निर्णय लेंगे वैसा हम लोग करेंगे. हम लोग पूरा सपोर्ट में खड़े हैं हमारे जवानों के साथ में, और किसी प्रकार की कोई कमी हम इन लोग को नहीं होने देंगे.
सर, लगातार जिस तरह से विशेष अभियान चल रहा है चाईबासा
जी चल रहा है,
क्या इस पर चेतावनी होगी जो जिस तरह से नक्सली के मंसूबे बढ़े हुए हैं?
देखिए ऐसा है ना कि मंसूबा कोई बड़ा नहीं है इनका. आप तो मैंने पहले बताया कोई भी आर्म्ड एनकाउंटर लोग नहीं कर सकते हमारे साथ. जब भी फायरिंग होती है हमारी ओर से होती है. इनके पास ना गोला है ना बारूद है, कुछ नहीं है. ये कुछ पुराने माइंस इन लोगों के द्वारा लगाए गए हैं जो कि समय से विस्फोट होते रहते हैं. हम लोग पूरे एहतियात बरतते हैं, फिर भी हर जंगल के हर रास्ते को पूरी तरह से क्लियर करना संभव नहीं है. इसी क्रम में ये घटना घटी है. हम लोग दोषियों को चिन्हित कर रहे हैं, हम लोग इन पे कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं. पहले भी कार्रवाई हुई है, बहुत सारे इनके मारे गए हैं, और जो बाकी बचे खुचे 2, 4, 5, 10, 20 जो भी है, इनको भी मेरा टारगेट था 31 मार्च का. आज है 5 मार्च, 25 दिन और है. उम्मीद करते हैं कि इस बीच में हम लोग कुछ और लोगों को पकड़ लेंगे या मारे जाएंगे.
A massive avalanche struck the Sarbal area of Sonmark in Jammu and Kashmir's Ganderbal district on Wednesday. There was no loss of life or injuries reported. A video of the avalanche was also caught on the camera. Snow avalanches are most likely to occur after a fresh snowfall adds a new layer to a snowpack. Avalanches can be triggered by natural forces such as the pull of gravity on a steep slope, earthquakes, warming temperatures, wind, terrain, vegetation and general snowpack conditions. They can also be caused by human activity such as the load of a skier, construction, development activities, or by the use of explosives to set off hazardous slopes as part of avalanche control. The Himalayas are well known for the occurrence of snow avalanches, particularly the western Himalayas, the snowy regions of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and western Uttar Pradesh. There are 3 types of snow avalanche zones. Red zone, the most dangerous zone that has an impact pressure of more than 3 tons per square meter. Blue zone, where the avalanche force is less than 3 tons per square meter and where living and other activities may be permitted. Yellow zone, where snow avalanche occurs only occasionally. Currently, scientists are not able to predict with certainty when and where avalanches will happen. However, they can estimate hazard levels and designate vulnerable zones by checking on the snowpack, temperature and wind conditions. By building large, sturdy structures to anchor snowpacks and ban unsustainable developmental and tourism activities in avalanche hazardous zones. Reacting sharply to US President Donald Trump's imposition of tariffs on China, Beijing has said that it is ready to fight any war, be it a tariff war or any other war with the US. In a post, the Chinese Foreign Ministry accused the US of using fentanyl as a flimsy excuse to raise tariffs on imports coming from China. In its post, the Foreign Ministry claims that the US itself is responsible for the fentanyl crisis, while China has taken robust steps to assist the US in dealing with the issue. The post adds, instead of recognizing our efforts, the US has sought to smear and shift blame to China and is seeking to pressure and blackmail China with tariff hikes. They have been punishing us for helping them. Notably, the US currently grapples with the inflow of fentanyl, which is a lethal and highly potent synthetic opioid. China and Mexico are the major sources of fentanyl inflow in the US. In recent times, fentanyl-related deaths have occurred in the US, which probably has drawn Trump's attention to the issue. The crisis, according to a report, peaked in 2022 and 2023, when drug overdoses caused more than 111,000 fatalities per year. Earlier, US President Donald Trump launched a trade war against America's three biggest trading partners, drawing immediate retaliation from Mexico, Canada and China, and sending financial markets into a tailspin as the US faced the threat of rekindled inflation and paralyzing uncertainty for business. China also retaliated against US President Donald Trump's imposition of a second round of 10% tariffs on its exports by slapping an additional 15% tariff on American goods and initiated legal action against Washington at the WTO. China will impose additional tariffs on some products imported from the United States, effective from March 10, the China's Customs Tariff Commission said on Tuesday. An additional 15% tariff will also be imposed on imported chicken, wheat, corn and cotton originating from the US. A massive wildfire, the largest Japan has seen in decades, spread rapidly through dry, windy conditions in late winter 2025. By March 3rd, the fire has scorched approximately 2,100 hectares, that is 8.1 square miles of forest near Ofunato, a coastal city about 400 kilometers north of Tokyo. According to Japan's Fire and Disaster Management Agency, the blaze ignited around 1 p.m. local time on February 26. By March 1, NASA's Terra satellite, using its MODIS, that is Moderate Resolution Imaging Spectroradiometer sensor, captured striking images of thick smoke billowing from the fire. A dense plume hovered over the coast, casting shadows on the Ofunato area, while lighter smoke drifted eastwards over the Pacific Ocean. In addition to burning through forested land, the fire damaged dozens of structures and prompted officials to issue evacuation orders to more than 4,500 people. According to news reports, more than 2,000 firefighters from across the country were deployed to combat the blaze. By the time the satellite image was taken, the fire had already burned through an estimated 1,200 hectares of forest, making it Japan's largest wildfire in over 30 years. For comparison, the country's previous record holder, a 1992 fire in Hokkaido, burned 1,030 hectares, according to a fire agency spokesperson cited by the Japan Times. Wildfires frequently occur in Japan between January and May, when the air is drier, but they tend to be much smaller in size than the one burning in early 2025, according to news reports. Bharatiya Janata Party spokesperson for Jammu and Kashmir, MS Munira Tantri, engaged in an exclusive conversation with us today. During this discussion, she directly targeted the National Conference-led government, stating that it has failed to fulfill the promises made to the people. She further asserted that in the past few months, the National Conference government has proven to be completely ineffective and its failure is likely to continue in the coming years. Urging the people to support the BJP, she emphasized that it is the only party committed to delivering on its promises and ensuring development in the region. Here is a report by Shah Imtiaz from Anantnag, Jammu and Kashmir.
हॉर्नबिल टीवी में आप सभी का स्वागत है। इस वक्त मेरे साथ मौजूद है बात करने के लिए और बीजेपी स्पोक्स पर्सन जेके यूटी प्रभारी अनंतनाग मैडम मनीरा तांत्रे। इसके साथ में कुछ अहम पॉइंटों पे बात करने की कोशिश करूंगा। हॉर्नबिल टीवी के लिए शाह इम्तियाज, अनंतनाग, कश्मीर।
इम्तियाज, पहले आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया कि मुझे यह मौका दिया बोलने का। मेरी तरफ से अस्सलाम वालेकुम सबको। जो एनसी ने वादे जो किए हैं ना, वो बिल्कुल खोखले वादे किए हैं। जो गैस सिलेंडर बोला उन्होंने कि हम फ्री देंगे, वो आज तक उनको मिले नहीं बेचारों को। एक वो लॉलीपॉप जो है ना उनके मुंह में डाला, लोगों के मुंह में कि हम गैस फ्री देंगे, बिजली फ्री देंगे, बिजली बाकी चीज़ें फ्री देंगे, वो आज तक उनको बेचारों को मिला ही नहीं है। उन्होंने क्योंकि इलेक्शन लड़ना था, इलेक्शन के लिए वो जो वादे किए थे वो खोखले वादे किए थे। तो उनको ये अपनी जो उनको मिली है, अगर वो बने CM बने हैं तो उनको ये चीज़ें दिखनी चाहिए कि हमें कहाँ कहाँ लोगों के साथ जो हमने वादे किए हैं, जैसे नौकरी बोल रहे हैं 1 लाख नौकरी, वो कहाँ है? कुछ भी नहीं दिया है उन्होंने। कहाँ दिया है वो? फिर सिर्फ बोलते हैं कि बीजेपी ने ये नहीं किया, बीजेपी वो नहीं किया। बीजेपी ने हक करके दिखाया है। जो भी काम है, चाहे वो स्कीमें हैं, गैस सिलेंडर भी दिए हैं, बहुत आश्रम कार्ड दिए हैं, गोल्डन कार्ड दिए, बहुत चीज़ें दी हैं, वो हमारी बीजेपी पार्टी ने दी है। बहुत ज़्यादा इंसाफ़ी नाइंसाफ़ी बहुत हुई है लोगों के साथ। खोखले वादे नहीं ना चलते हैं। आजकल जो है मॉडल ज़माना है, वो देखते हैं कौन सी सरकार हमारे जो काम करेंगे। आप बेचारों को देखिए ना, जो भी कहता है कि हमें बिजली फ्री नहीं है, पानी फ्री नहीं है, बहुत सारी बिल्लें आई हैं, 5-5 हज़ार बिल्लें आई हैं लोगों की। वो उनकी वजह से आई, वो NC पार्टी की आई है ना, उनकी वजह से आई है। क्या है आज तो लोगों को समझ आ रहा है कि हमें जो बीजेपी ने NC पार्टी ने जो हमें सपने दिखाए थे वो उन्होंने पूरे नहीं किए हैं। उनको समझ आ गई है, वो अब जाग चुके हैं इस NC पार्टी से। अब वो चाहते हैं कि बीजेपी पार्टी जो थी वो काम कर रही थी, और कहा भी है लोगों ने, मैं सुना भी है कि बीजेपी पार्टी ने अच्छा काम किया। कोई वादा उनका जो है वो आज तक बिल्कुल कोई वादा उन्होंने पूरा नहीं किया है। NC पार्टी ने खोखले वादे जो किए हैं लोगों के साथ, बेइंसाफ़ी उनके साथ हुई है। ये चाहते थे कि हम बनाएंगे अपनी सरकार, बना के भी लोगों के काम नहीं किए। कोई काम हो नहीं रहा है, कोई काम नहीं हो रहा है। कोई जाते हैं, लोग जाते हैं, नहीं हो पा रहे उनके काम। अगर वो चाहते तो वो करके दिखाते थे ना कि हम कुछ कर पाते, मगर जब तक उनको फुर्सत ही नहीं मिलती अपने टूर से, अपने ऐशियों से जो ऐश कर रहे हैं, वो आप खाते पीते हैं। लोगों की उनको थोड़ी टेंशन है, उनको लोगों की कोई टेंशन नहीं, उनको अपनी कुर्सी की टेंशन है। मेरा ये मैसेज है, जो पार्टी आपका काम कर रही है उस पार्टी के साथ जुड़िए और उनके साथ अब जितना भी वो काम करते हैं उनका फ़ायदा लीजिए। NC पार्टी जो है वो खोखले वादे दिखाते हैं अपने, वो कभी कामयाब नहीं हुए। तो मैं आप लोगों से अपील कर रही हूँ, बीजेपी पार्टी ने बहुत सारे काम किए हैं, बहुत सारी स्कीमें दी हैं। मैं लोगों से यही अपील करना चाहती हूँ कि आप हमारी पार्टी से जुड़िए, एक मौका बीजेपी को दे दिए।
It's now time for a short break.
কেতিয়া ৰাজু ৰেচন লগা চাউল পাইছে, তাই দেখিছে কোনোবা চাউল লগা দানা তো অলগ থাকিছে। ৰাজু তোকে চাউল ঠিক লগাই নাই, আৰু তাই এইটো মামলা তাই লগা দোস্ত দেৱ লগত কথা কৰিছে।
দেৱ, এতিয়া বাৰু মই Fortified চাউল লৈছে, ইটোতে মাইক্ৰ'নিউট্ৰিয়েণ্টছ খান মিলি কিনে আছে, কিন্তু মই এইটো চাউলটো প্লাষ্টিক নিচিনা দেখি আছে। মই বি শুনিছে আজিকালিতো চাউলতে প্লাষ্টিক লগা চাউল মিলি না বিক্ৰী কৰি আছে। এইটো ওপৰতে মই একটা ভিডিঅ' বি চাইছে, তাতে তাইখান চাউল পৰা একটা বল বনাই দিছে। এইটো সঁচা আছে? এতিয়া এইটো চাউলটো মই কি কৰিব? ৰাজু, Ami khan laga paros te area laga food safety officer ahi kena ase taige hi jai kena hudibo.
Raju aru Dev duijon jai kena taikan laga area laga food safety officer logo eto kotha korise.
Sir, sabi itu fortified chawal laga dana to alag dikhi ase. Apani khan parishan nohubi. FSSAI para koi dia nishina micronutrients khan thik pra chawal de melai dishe. Aru itu khan ki koi fortified chawal. Fortified chawal de chawal laga powder aru micronutrients khan vitamin B12, folic acid aru iron khan thik pra milai kena banai. Itu piche de ekta chawal dana to 100 dana hisab te milai. Cha itu bol nishna kile hoi jai. Pakia chawal de 80% starch thake aru carbohydrates beshi thakia karone chawal do chipki jai. Aru kinaga chawal hoilebi taige chipkai gena bol banabole pare. Itu do apni hosa khota gushe sir hoilebi fortified chawal to rakhibole aru pakabole alag tarika ase. Inaga nohoy. Fortified chawal to rakhibole, khabole aru pakabole alag chawal nishina hi ase. Fortified chawal to hodai khabole lage. Itu pura apni aru aponor laga pariwar ke thik portion pabo. Aru itu opor de chawal bikri aru meal kuria khan ke fortified chawal to pai dibole lage. Itu hoile ami khan sob laga gao bal hobo. Apni bra ami khan laga sugu kholai dishe. Itia do nijo aru pariwar khone fortified chawal hi anibo.
फूड सेफ्टी एंड स्टैंडर्ड्स अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया द्वारा जनहित में जारी।
Welcome back after the break. Let's continue with the news. Opportunities for women has increased by 48% this year in the India's job market as compared to last year, shows a report by Founded. Industries such as information technology, banking, financial services and insurance, manufacturing and healthcare are identified as primary drivers of this growth. In a statement, Anupam Bhimrajka, VP Marketing, said the Indian job market is evolving rapidly, creating greater access and opportunities for women, particularly in high-growth industries and technology-driven roles. She further said a 55% increase in work from office arrangements have also seen an increase, suggesting a shift in employer priorities. Women's participation in the white-collar workforce remains highest in IT, that is 23%, followed by BFSI 11% and education 6%, making them the top 3 sectors employing women in India. With an increasing presence of corporate hubs in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, companies are expanding their hiring efforts beyond major metropolitan areas, providing more localized job opportunities for women. This trend is reflected in the data, which shows that 41% of women's jobs are now located in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities such as Nashik, Surat, Coimbatore and Jaipur, compared to 59% in Tier 1 cities. The Delhi High Court on Wednesday declined an application related to the non-issuance of refunds to individuals who were unable to board their train due to a stampede at the New Delhi railway station. Instead, the court advised the impleaders to seek the appropriate legal remedies available to them. The application was filed by individuals who were prevented from boarding the train on the day of the incident and did not receive ticket reimbursements. Justice Devendra Kumar Upadhyay and Tushar Rao Gedela presided over the bench, noting that the issues raised were of a private nature and various remedies were available for such matters. They further emphasized that the purpose of a public interest litigation is to enforce specific provisions, and any grievances against the railway authorities constitute a personal cause of action. After some arguments, the counsel representing the impleaders withdrew the application and sought permission to pursue the appropriate legal remedies for the grievances. The court granted this request, stating the application is disposed of with the liberty as prayed for. The Delhi High Court on February 19 sought a response from the railways regarding a public interest litigation over the stampede at New Delhi railway station during peak hours, which resulted in the loss of 18 lives. That is all we have in this news bulletin. For more news and the latest updates, keep watching Hornbill TV.